Before I hit the gavel, may I say this to all of you. The pursuant to extant provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and having regards to the development in my home state, Sokoto State, I want to hereby formally notify all of you of my membership of the All Progressive Congress. Let me register my profound appreciation to all of you, my colleagues, for the unflinching support you have continued to extend to me and the great sacrifice you are making in the pursuit of the overall national interest and development of constitutional democracy. May the Almighty God continue to guide us all in the exercise of the people's mandate entrusted in us. The House hereby stands adjourned till December 3rd.
After that, he walked down to meet waiting lawmakers.
They gave us some extras, but the date was when the speaker made that announcement. And so when you look at the politics of law, when the lawyer just makes that statement, he didn't state the clear provisions of the law, and then he says, well, the happenings in his home state. I know the document of necessity, it wasn't long ago where they were talking about video evidence, if there isn't any documented or written notification of that defection from one party to the other. You say that they can use this against him, saying, look, based on the reason he's given, no basis to defect. If they use that against him, will they have a point?
Well, legally, it is left to the People's Democratic Party to determine what steps to take following this defection. But having said that, I see a problem for a ruling party who loses such vital position to the opposition party. It says a lot about that party. It says a lot about the issue of cohesion within that party. It says a lot about the issue of stability within that party. Because we're talking about the number 3 politician. After the president, vice president, senate president is the speaker, number 4 rather. And for a political party that has all the machinery of rulership, to lose such vital position, they must go back to the drawing board. It's not a matter of coming to say we're angry, moralism. There must be such serious division within the PDP. There must be such serious vacuum or gap that will allow a speaker of House of Representatives elected on a platform to openly dump that political party. There must be a lot of problems. So we can't just limit it to legal options. Because the dynamics of this defection shows clearly that it's still traceable to problems within the ruling party, which he has more or less taken advantage of to be able to prosecute his own political ambition. Maybe, like politicians do, it became impossible for him to continue to associate with those that he had previously worked with in order to achieve his own ambition. I listened to Honorable Gbajabiamila, who says that PDP had tried everything to shoot this man out, to push him out. PDP had done what they could to be able to get rid of him, because from day one he was never their candidate for this particular office. So it's not surprising, and they shouldn't be surprised too. But I think given the time that is left from now till 2015, people are picking nomination form, the House has adjourned to December 12. I don't see the purpose it will serve. To be hitting the polity, to be going to court, to be mobilizing your members towards getting him out. Because if you look at the tenure of Tambuwal, I will not give it to him, there's been some level of stability in the House of Representatives. Since the period he was elected, the fact that he is acceptable to some PDP members and acceptable to the opposition has been able to create that stability within the House for them to function. And that's important, because before now, we used to just see impeachment, we used to just see removals, people throwing chairs and killing them. Maybe somebody died in this same house because of issue of leadership.
So you think he's their speaker, not a speaker imposed on them?
Yes, I believe what Honorable Gbajabiamila said, that he symbolized independence of the National Assembly to some extent.
But remember, how free can this arm of government be away from the executive arm?
It's important that they must be free because, the theory of separation of powers simply says that you leave the judiciary alone to check the excesses of the executive and the legislature. You leave the legislature alone to be able to do a lot of checks and balances, to be able to supervise and use its own powers to control and call to order the excesses of the executive. Because the problem in politics mostly is the executive. They have the powers, they have the fund. They're the ones who are tempted to misbehave, they're the ones who are guilty of corruption, they're the ones who do all manner of impunity. So it is important that the judiciary and the legislature must be left alone, to be so independent, to be able to check the excesses of the executive. So I support to the extent that if Tambuwal had represented some level of independence of the legislature, I don't think that we should, because of his defection, ask that he should step down from being speaker.
All right, Brother legal practitioner, thank you for coming on this morning.
It's my pleasure.
We'll be back in just a minute. We'll still have sports to look at. The FIFA deadline, Friday is deadline day. We'll talk about that in a moment. Join us again.